If I say all of you are already free, then why do I also say you must come to satsang? That can get confusing, isn't it? You say I'm already free. Then you also say, just make sure you keep coming to satsang. Why like that? It's only that the whole point of satsang is to point being towards the truth of what it is. Okay? But being has a capacity for belief, has a capacity for pretense. And we've collected many pretenses over millions of years. Many subtle or strong identities have been picked up. You see? So satsang serves as a reminder, drop this, drop this, drop this, drop this, drop this. And the master says, keep coming because we are dropping this together. Okay? When instead it is a picking up of the concept. Okay, this is little subtle, so just stay with me. When I say that you are free, it is a pointing so that you look and you check that there is no bondage now. I am free. That is the purpose of the pointing. The misuse of this pointing would be to pick it up conceptually. You see? So if I am free becomes a concept that gets picked up, then very quickly the concept, therefore I don't need to come to satsang, will also get picked up because I am free, you see. Yeah? So when I say you are free, it is to point you to see that there is no bondage. You are free to look, not to pick up freedom even as a concept. That's why I say that the way we define contemplations is different from typically the world would define a contemplation. Because the world would define a contemplation as sitting and thinking about something. We say that contemplation is just the seeing of how it is, the direct experience of what is the most beautiful contemplation. So what is happening in satsang is that all of this bag full of identity is being emptied away, emptied away, emptied away. And our strongest identities then seem to be pushing our buttons strongly. A lot of them got thrown away and we don't even remember that we carried them. Okay? But the strongest one can still be in the special relationship, the husband-wife, the partner relationship can be one of the strongest. Okay? So when something is pushing our button in that way, we are not to Advaita it away and say, oh, but I'm free and then therefore this should not bother me. Because that creates a dichotomy, you see. It will create an inner struggle because inwardly we're experiencing a sense of suffering because of what the wife is doing. And outwardly we're feeling that, oh, but I must be free, I am awareness, something like this. So instead of that, what we must do is just when something seems to bother us, then we look at that and say, okay, why am I upset with what this appearance of woman is saying? Why? That must be the reason. If she was not my wife, then it would not bother me. If it was a random stranger on the street saying something, then it doesn't bother me. Why does it bother here? Because I am the husband, you see. So we must then look at this husband and say, where is this husband? Is the body the husband? Who is the husband? And we must really inquire. It can sound funny like this, oh, but you know, this is kindergarten stuff or something like that. But actually, we must look and say, okay, where is the husband? I am concerned only because I am finding the husband. And we look and we look and we look and we say, there is no husband here. Okay? And this husband identity can be one of the most sticky ones. From my experience, I'm saying, not from yours, can be one of the most sticky ones. Okay? And it remained here and still remains to some extent here, even after the sharing of satsang began. And one day my wife actually came to me and said, have you seen that the way you communicate with the sangha is different, or even if you were to meet a stranger, it's different from how you communicate with me, you know? And the husband just wanted to react and say all kinds of things, but I took it and I said, yes, this is true. Why is this? That the husband identity still operates. And I realized that it's a really sticky one. And and then some deep inquiry can happen about it. And I can say that it's lighter than it was, but I can still not say that it's completely gone because it's been a long relationship. I've known Garima for more than 20 years now. You see? So this can be sticky. The good news is that life is constantly now showing us what still needs to be contemplated, what still needs to be inquired into. So rather than looking at those as points of failure to say, see, I failed again, I was doing so well as awareness, and see, I became a person again. Instead of that, we use them as opportunities for our inquiry.